3 days before the end. The reborn me has prepared a lot of supplies. This time I just want to be alone until the end of the day. As for the family of white-eyed wolves, who wants it? Marry for my brother. The family bought a new villa. I followed cautiously. But they were still blocked at the door. The new daughter-in-law is coming in soon. You are a sister. There is no reason to rely on my brother's house. Well, as long as you buy me a car. How about I let you move in? My brother looked at me proudly. Seems certain that I will compromise. They don't know that. I was born again. In my last life, I loved my mother. They forced me to take out a loan to buy my brother a luxury car. Even if only in the end. Living in a utility room of a few square meters, I never complain either. I didn't expect. The end is coming. They use me as a hoarder. Every day they force me to go out and look for supplies. And I'm only slightly opposed. I want to wait for a safe moment to go. And they shoved me out the door. Let me be overwhelmed by loss. Sister, don't blame me for not helping you. As long as you buy me a car. How about I persuade mom and grandma to let you move back? Inside the villa gate, the younger brother is proud of it. Next to them are an impatient mother and grandmother. I saw this familiar scene in front of me. I was in a trance. Your brother is willing to let you live in. Newly bought villa. What more do you want? Dumb. Grandma glared at me angrily. Looked dissatisfied. After his father died unexpectedly. If anything goes wrong at home, they say I caused it. Every time this time, my mom would be a protector. Put me behind you. This time is no exception. See this scene. And my grandmother was furious. Big slap. Slap him in the face mercilessly. How dare you resist, little cutie? Look at my wife. God must teach you well. Who is the head of the family? My mom's eyes are red from pain, but dare not speak. Just look back at me with a wrong face. I almost burst into tears. He knows how to pinch me so well. I used to think that at least my mother loved me. Even if he is timid and cowardly, he will still protect me. So I am willing to compromise again and again for him. But reality gave me a hard slap. I will never forget. When I was about to be pushed out the door and left alone. And I went to him in desperation. He looked at me coldly. It's like looking at a worthless object. Little cutie is little cutie. Let you go out and find some supplies. This little thing can't be done well. What's the use of giving birth to you? After being reborn, I finally figured it out. To not love is not to love. It won't be because you paid too much. We'll change. I looked up at Wu. He smiled triumphantly. Seems to have expected this outcome. Not like me. Wu is a child who was truly spoiled and loved. So that he can get married with peace of mind. Grandma said nothing. Just take out Dad's accident compensation. Bought him this villa. Now it's hitting me with the idea of buying a car again. And I took a breath. A smile suddenly bloomed on his face. Since no one loves me, then I will love myself. Xiaoyu marriage. As a sister, I must express. It just so happens that the supply of this distributor has cooperated with our company. I also plan to sell cars in the live stream in the near future. All employees of the company can get the internal price. The speechless face suddenly became anxious when he heard the words. What is it? Did you hurry up and say it? I had no choice but to spread my hands at him. If you book in advance, you must pay a deposit. The car you like sells for millions. Even if you take the internal staff price deposit. Also around 200,000. Speechless, you have to pay a deposit. He hurriedly urged. What are you still doing? Hurry up and pay it. I turn on my phone. I clicked on my personal account. When I saw that there was only a little more than 20,000 inside. And my mom freaked out. Didn't you promise to buy a car for Xiaoyu? Why so much money? I looked down in the coldness in my eyes. Why? Not from the beginning. You were trying to get money from me. I pretended not to see the ugly looks on their faces. The family just bought a villa. The economy is definitely a little tight. But I do. They will definitely compromise for speechless. After returning to the rental house, I see. There are still 3 days until the end of the day. I need to be well prepared. The first thing is to make money. I take out my ID. Loans from various software pieces 500,000. After a while, the bank card also received a prompt. So-and-so Bank. Your bank card with the tail number 8860. Received an interbank transfer of 168,000 yuan. The current balance is 200,235 yuan. I almost laughed when I saw this prompt. The good guy is really reluctant to give more. Do I have to thank them? Left me 235 living expenses this month. Then a speechless message popped up. When can we pick up the car? It won't delay my marriage, will it? I thought about it and wanted to reply to him. Don't worry, pick it up in 3 days. I can't delay you. The end will come in 3 days. And speechless, the villa area where they are located will also fall first because of being in the city center. By then, even if he wants trouble, he can't find me. Think of this. I looked up at the rental house in front of me. Now the end is near. It's definitely not safe to stay here. I take out my phone. Contacted the intermediary Xiao Wang. The company's main business is to do adventure live broadcast. So I often rent some abandoned houses and villas. And in the abandoned old house where the deal was made, I happen to have a house that meets my requirements. Short-term rentals are calculated by the day. 600 yuan a day. The next morning, I finished breakfast, and we're off to the agency. Negotiate to rent for 3 days first. I'll talk about it later if necessary. We are all real-world friends. Xiao Wang didn't think much of it, gave me the key directly. I immediately set off for the abandoned old house where the deal was made, standing at the door, looking at the building. It's overgrown with weeds because it's uninhabited all year round. I pushed the door open. Not only is the ground dark and damp, even the air smelled musty. At a glance, only 4 walls remain. But this is exactly the effect I want. After all, who would have thought? There are still people living in such a barren place. Don't care about the dust choking. I put my hand over my mouth and nose, go straight to the utility room on the first floor. Except for the colleagues who were doing the expedition live broadcast together at that time. Even the agency doesn't know. In fact, below the first floor, there is also an equally proportioned basement. And the entrance is in the utility room. I'll open a broken board first. After the air in the basement is recirculated. Then he went down the stairs. It's a very old building. Some cement wall skins are covered with mildew after falling off. But the advantage is that there is enough space. The location is hidden enough. The entire basement. The only 2 narrow windows. It's for lighting and ventilation. I made a mental note of this. Decided to find some clutter later. Cover the outside of the window. In addition, the chef in the basement has to figure it out too. After all, I don't know when the end will end. In the coming months. Maybe even live here for a few years. After I came out of the basement, then I found that there was an unread message on the phone. Still speechless. Hui Hui, my wedding date with Lian Lian is in 10 days. The delivery time will not be delayed, right? Don't worry, it won't be delayed. I casually perfunctory. In fact, my mind is full of thinking about throwing supplies. The abandoned old house is inaccessible here. Even if zombies come, they will walk around. So I just need to stock up on enough food. Just be patient and wait for the end of the day. And a person's life. It is nothing more than the words clothing, food, housing, and transportation. After making up your mind, I went to rent a 9-meter, 6 country-style pickup truck first. And then, drive straight to the indoor large-scale warehousing wholesale supermarket. The daily necessities and food here are very complete. And here's the thing. Only stock in bulk here. So as not to arouse suspicion. Doomsday water and power outage. There is no need to consider materials such as fresh fruits. Just pass. Again, it's the end of the day when the zombies are rampant. Who is still picky? It's good to eat some. The shopping guide lady saw that I bought too many things. They volunteered their staff to help me move the goods. I'm sitting in the VIP lounge drinking coffee. Take out your phone and check for gaps, by the way. But even so, I also waited for almost 2 hours. This is enough to live on for 2 years. And finally, I spent a lot of money to buy a batch of survival equipment in the wild. As an experienced live streaming host. You know, you're pretty good at wild survival. All supplies are finally ready. I washed and dried the clothes I just bought. Then he drove back to the abandoned house secretly. It's full daylight. I'm in no hurry to move supplies. Instead, use wall mold remover. Spray the moldy part of the basement first. After the mildew spots are visible to the naked eye and disappear, paste another layer of moisture-proof wallpaper. In addition, quicklime to remove moisture. Abandoned house. I also sprinkled a lot of wild vegetable seeds outside. After a while, the wild vegetables will grow. Not only can it block the line of sight, it can also improve from time to time food. As for the basement windows, also some old wooden barrels were thrown away to prevent detection. And finally, I was near the abandoned old house and in the small building. All installed with hidden surveillance. To monitor what's going on outside in real time. Everything is going on unsteadily. After all this is done, it's night time. I checked the door lock of the small building one last time. After confirming that there is no problem, that's a relief. I let myself fall asleep. Wake up. It's full daylight. There are a few more missed calls on the phone. My mom saw that the phone couldn't get through, messaged me again to complain. Your sister-in-law is coming to the house for lunch at noon. Remember to buy more food when you come back. You have been sensible since you were a child. I can rest assured that these things are left to you. Sensible is the word again. I put down my phone without hesitation. Made myself a rich breakfast. 8 a.m. The originally clear sky suddenly darkened. At the same time, in the skies around the world, there are blue holes of various sizes. TV emergency news. To appease the public mood, scholars from all walks of life vow to use science to explain the global anomalies. As for the internet, it has already exploded. Some alien invasion, doomsday and so on. Only half an hour, the black hole is completely formed. A steady stream of loss will fall to the ground like a rainstorm, pounce on the crowd. I turned on the lamp. Like an obsessive compulsive, he checked the supplies again. Even if it starts all over again, the fear of the apocalypse is still difficult to eliminate. And only materials. It's what keeps me going. Distant horizon. A bolt of lightning pierced the night. With bursts of roar. The whole land is fighting for it. Chaotic street. A zombie with a twisted face. Chaos. Those black holes seem to appear consciously. All cities are densely populated. Someone dared to start the live broadcast. The camera is aimed at the street outside. Hole. 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 After countless corpses fell to the ground, climbed up in a strange posture, screaming and rushing towards passers-by. At this moment, the authorities no longer emphasize so-called science. Just over and over again. Make people close their doors and windows, don't go out. According to the development of the previous life, the state will soon send specialized personnel to deal with zombies. But the zombie virus is developing too fast. Physical contact. Blood can be a vector for the transmission of viruses. After losing a large number of armed personnel, even the state has to take shelter for a while. Instead, they developed vaccines for lost viruses. Have previous life experiences, I know very well. Those who can survive the apocalypse. The vast majority are human lives like grass pants. I can only find a way to protect myself. Try to improve your physical fitness. After getting off the running generator, my entire back was drenched in sweat. Obviously very tired. There is an indescribable comfort in the body. I turn on the monitoring. Double-checked. The movement near the abandoned house. Maybe that's why it's so inaccessible. The abandoned house is not within the black hole's attack range. And I was thrilled. Unscrewed a bottle of water, take a big sip. Scenes of past lives emerge before our eyes. This is a massacre of humanity. Even if humans win in the end, the destruction of the apocalypse, it cannot be restored in a short time. I turn on my phone. Only then did I realize that there were a few more messages from the family group. Grandma too. Ash, you figure out a way to get the new car back quickly. How about that much? It can't be wasted, right? Mom said hui. Didn't I ask you to buy more food in the morning? Why haven't you come back? My brother sent a message saying, there are man-eating monsters everywhere. Hui, you drive. Remember to buy more supplies when you come back. I can't help but laugh when I see this. This is my family. I know there are zombies outside. But they didn't even say a word of concern. Just want me to take the risk to deliver supplies to them. I didn't hesitate to reply directly in the group. Didn't I really pick up the wild child at the door? Don't you know how dangerous it is out there? Why don't you go out and find supplies? Pretty soon, Grandma and Mom take turns making video calls. I smiled sarcastically. Just hang up and block a dragon. I used to because of my mother's love for me. So give it your all. It's not easy to cherish her. But it turns out, it was just his way of pinching me. I will never forget. When I venture out every day to find supplies, my mom is proudly showing off to Grandma at home. Hui has lacked love since childhood. Just give him a little bit of sweetness. He will give without reservation. Next time he disobeys, Mommy hit me in front of him. He certainly doesn't want me to suffer. At that time, it's not what we say. Suddenly learned the truth. I was devastated. Angry to confront them. And as a result, I was pushed out the door. Drowned by the surging corpse. That morning, a flurry of news about the loss of the virus. All were topped. This loss of virus has spread globally. Although the country dispatched armed forces to suppress it with fire, it didn't work. Can only emphasize again and again to keep quiet. Wait patiently for rescue. There are still people who have the idea of stocking up. Supermarket convenience store. Everything you can see in the vegetable market. Manipulated like crazy. The day after the end. The various departments of the state are still operating tenaciously. Early doomsday. The army moves quickly. The power plant, water plants and other products closely related to people's livelihood. The industry is protected. So except for some hard-hit areas. Water and electricity in most cities. Gas can still maintain normal supply. I opened the familiar video software. Sure enough. Same as the previous life. All replaced by explanations of various professional skills. This includes farming. Even the use of various wilderness survival techniques. Have previous life experiences. I understand the importance of these videos. with a specially prepared large capacity, these contents downloaded from the USB stick, convenient for future learning and use. In the evening, I click on the monitor. Patrol the outside as usual. It's still quiet outside. Sure enough, the more rare the place is, the lower the probability of losing a siege. A few days later, the first zombie appeared near the abandoned house. Then the second one. More and more zombies passed by the third place. The sixth day of the end. Under the insistence of not agreeing with Xiao Hao, I turned on the home surveillance. Previous life. In order to entertain Sun Lianlian, their daughter-in-law. But spare no effort to cook delicious food every day. Sure enough, that little stocking in the kitchen is almost bottoming out. No supplies means starving to death. Who will they force to find supplies in this life? I took out a handful of melon seeds with anticipation, gladly looking at the screen in the surveillance. Sun Lianlian is protected by Wu Yu. My grandma slapped my mom because she thought it was noisy. Finally, he forced him to go out to find supplies. He has worked hard for this family all his life. Even after the husband died, he asked his son if he didn't remarry. As a result, the most beloved son was angry with him. He had a red, swollen face, locked out like I was in a previous life. Pretty soon, the zombies on the street have heard the movement. They are gathering here. I already expected his ending. Now. At night, Sun sneaked into the kitchen. Put all the food in the bag. Notice this scene. I'm having some fun. He's not stupid. Until I was forced to go out next. People looking for supplies. It must be him. This is to find a way out for yourself in advance. At dawn, from the villa came the roar of grandmother and brother. Sun Lianlian cleaned up very well. Not a single grain of rice fell in the kitchen. Wu Yu called again and again. I'll show no answer. In the end, it was blocked. This bitch. He definitely did it on purpose. Speechless and gnashing teeth. The two are discussing how to capture Sun Lianlian back. I didn't notice the villa door at all. A gap was quietly blown open by the wind. And I was watching this. Consistent breathing. Sun Lianlian, this woman is really ruthless. I didn't even close the door when I left. This time, go after him. Whether it's intentional or not doesn't matter anymore. Because I already have a green arm. Came in from the outside. Easy screams sounded. I looked at this scene solemnly. I can't tell what it feels like. And then the signal on the phone also disappeared. Another 2 months passed. The temperature suddenly plummeted. A thick layer of snow has accumulated on the ground. It's getting colder. The lowest temperature at night. They drop below 40 degrees below zero. I'm so glad I was fully prepared. I fill the heating pads every day. Then get into the tent. Cover with a thick quilt. The 6th month of the end. Snow moon next month. The big zombie not only slowed down. The body has also become brittle. As I was walking, I fell to the ground. Can't get up for half a day. A few more months passed. The weather is starting to warm up. Spring is here. The vegetables I stocked up on before, it's almost eaten. But the good news is, the ones left over from last year, wild vegetables have sprouted. The 11th month of the end. With the advent of summer, accompanied by high temperature, occasionally I see a zombie. They walk. They walk. I fell to the ground with a snap. Completely falling apart. The 2nd year of the end. Research on vaccines against lost viruses. Finally a major breakthrough. The country rushed to produce vaccines. Finally, 3 months later, we have achieved universal vaccination. Meanwhile, the government was fully operational. Survivors are also beginning to return to their hometowns. Everything is back on track. I sold that villa. Change to a second-tier city and start life again.